Welcome back to Hit the Road. It's day 3, episode 2 here. So we're going to do 2 days. We had a look at these cards last time. We have a baseball field here with 5 zombies. We can get a fuel tank or some fuel. We don't know what this is. Bottom one, we have to spend 2 resources to go here. We're going to be fighting 10 zombies. I don't really like that option. We can get 2 resources of our choice up here if we want before we flip the cards, and I think we are going to do that. We have a ton of ammunition, so the 2 resources I'm going to get 1 adrenaline. I'm going to get an adrenaline, and I think I'm going to get 1 fuel. All right, we're going to come right back. We're going to zoom down a bit. We're going to flip these cards over. The rest will be discarded. And we're going to see what kind of trouble we are in for. This could get pretty ugly. All right, let's reveal the cards. Ooh, I have a bad feeling about this, so let's have a look. All right, that's a good card, but doesn't give us any victory points. Wow, we have been so darn lucky so far. All right, so for day 3, it looks like Miss Dynamite. We get an adrenaline for this, so that's awesome. So we end up getting an adrenaline token for having her, and looks like this was a fire station place or a town or city, or sorry, a building burning in the background. Cool art as well. Take 1 survivor, so we get another survivor joining us. That is excellent. So now we're up to, we have ourselves the leader, plus we have 6 survivors now, getting quite a little cadre of followers here. And next we went and we found a motel. Still no Wi-Fi. Cool. All right, the only thing on this card basically is we get another adrenaline. So we get another adrenaline token. So we've got quite a hefty supply of those now. We still haven't fought any zombies though. So we're at this hotel for the night, and we're staying there and coming back. We're going to be getting into day number 3. So when we come back, I'll have laid out, day 4 cards. Day 4 I meant, that was day 3. Wow, very good day. And we'll come back and see what we are going to get into for day 4. All right, so we left the hotel and carried on, and now we're into day number 4. Of course, the top path, we have no idea what's coming up there. We're going to take a look here at the second path. Of course, we have a card we don't know, but we have this one, which would give us an adrenaline. Doesn't cost us anything to play. Looks like we have a road warrior blocking our way. Basically says lose 2 survivors or discard the sniper or the scope token if you have it. So we could go past this by getting rid of our scope token. I guess we take out the road warrior there. And then we have a card we don't know. Or we get to the bottom, which costs us 2 resources to actually go here. Looks like we get to a hospital. We get some fuel worth a victory point, but we have 5 zombies to tangle with there. And then after that, it would be, we get an adrenaline, but we have a pretty horrible bit of text here. Roll a die for each of your survivors, and then for each skull you get, lose a survivor. So I guess this is such a nice place. Our survivors want to stay there and not continue with us to LA. Decisions. I kind of like collecting the resources by taking the unknown, but this, we have that scope token. We could go through there pretty easily. I've got some thinking to do. Let's come right back and decide which path to take. We'll zoom down a bit and we'll deal with it. All right, I've decided to take the center path. It doesn't cost us any resources to take the center path, nor do we get any resources for taking the center path. But we're going to have to flip over this card and we're going to see what we get into. Okay, we're getting into a little bit of trouble. All right, so here we're going to get 3 ammunition worth a victory point. We're going to have 5 zombies to tackle with. Where are the police when you need them? Well, the police have turned into zombies. All right, this might not be too terrible. We do have a lot of ammunition. We have ranged attack. We're going to get a bunch more ammunition here. Let's deal with card number 1 first. We are going to get an adrenaline. All right, so we get another adrenaline token. And then we're going to look at the text again, which we already know says, lose 2 survivors, or discard the scope token if you have it. Well, that's what we're going to do. We're going to discard our scope token. We do have it. Therefore, we don't have to lose 2 survivors. And now we finally get into our first fight. So what we have here is we have 5 zombies to deal with. So we'll get them set up here quickly. And then we're going to have to make a decision. We get to do 1 ranged attack if we want to start with. Try and snipe off some of these zombies before we get into melee. And how ranged works, for every ammunition you spend, you can roll 2 black dice. And you ignore everything on the dice except the ranged or the hit symbols here. And for each hit symbol, you will kill a zombie. So it's possible we spend enough ammunition, we can pop off all 5 zombies, keeping our survivors safe before we have to go into melee. Melee is not too good because you have to roll a die for every survivor and you have to basically deal with every result on the dice. So I think we're going to start with a ranged attack. I got to think about how many ammunition to spend. We have so many of them. We could spend, if we spent like 4 ammunition tokens, we could roll 8 dice trying to take 5 off. If we do 5 ammunition tokens, we could roll 10 dice. There's no limit, but you can only do a ranged attack once, so you have to decide what to do. Oh, and we didn't collect our 3 ammunition, which is the first part of this card. We put the zombies out, so we do get 3 more ammunition. We have, I don't even know how many ammunition. I'm going to do some thinking about what I want to do. Oh, and each of these black dice, 3 sides have that little bullseye symbol. So it's a 50-50 chance. So if we roll 10 dice, it's 50-50 chance we probably could take out all 5 zombies, but I'm not sure. Let me think about that. I'm going to see how many ammunition tokens we have. I'm going to come back with a decision of how much we're going to roll for a ranged attack, and then we'll get to it. All right, we have 17 ammunition tokens. Don't really want to lose survivors. Oh man, I don't know. I think we're going to spend 3 ammunition right now, the 3 we got here, to make a ranged attack. That's going to let us roll 6 dice. Now there's no limit. There's only 7 black dice in the game, but I could spend 10 and roll 20 times if I want. We're going to roll 6 dice. We're going to try and knock out as many of these zombies as we can. So we only get 1 ranged attack. This is it. I wonder if I should roll another ammunition. Nah, let's just go with the 6 dice, and we're going to see what we get. All right, and they come out of the dice tower. All right, so if we look at our results, you ignore all other results on a ranged attack. So we're not going to worry about those. We did get 2 bullseyes. 2 of the zombies are killed, but we still have 3 left. Now we have a decision to make. This is worth a victory point, but we have a decision to make right now. We could, before any melee round, which is coming up, spend 2 fuel to flee, to get in our vehicle or a moped or whatever we've got and get out of here, which means this card just gets discarded. We don't get to collect it in our victory point pile. But I think we're going to go ahead and we're going to do 1 melee round at least on these guys. We need to basically kill 3 zombies. So we have ourselves, the leader, and 6 followers. We're going to be rolling 7 black dice. Now if this was a red symbol, for horde dice, however many heads above the horde symbol, you replace a black die with a red one. These are much more deadly for our survivors. So we're going to be rolling 7 dice. And we're going to see what we get. So we're going to resolve the dice once we do that. So 7 dice, and what do we get? All right, well, these are the results we get. So we have to consult the handy dandy book and see what each of these dice do. All right. Well, you start with these ones, I believe, at the top. So these are casualties unless you spend an adrenaline. And so how does that work? It basically says if one of your survivors has been bitten and will die a horrible death unless you act quickly, you must either spend 1 adrenaline token or lose one of your survivors. So we're going to spend 2 adrenaline tokens here to not have our survivors die. So we're going to spend 2, so these survivors don't die. So those dice have been resolved. The lightning bolt symbol. Opportunity kill a zombie is within your reach. You may spend an adrenaline token to kill a zombie. I don't think we're going to bother because we have 3 hits here. So that goes away. These straight up hits are just kill a zombie. 1, 2, we have 3 of them. We had 3 zombies left. They are killed. So that was not a bad melee fight for us. We didn't lose any survivors because we spent the adrenaline. To do so, we got rid of all the zombies now at this location. So we actually collect this card. So there we go. That was day 4. So day 4 is a little more interesting. We had a road warrior blocking our way. We sniped him off. And then we ran into, I guess, a police car full of zombies. All right. So I'm just going to readjust the camera. We're going to take a look at the beginning of our next episode, which will be day 5 and 6. So let me come right back for that. All right. So I'm set up for the beginning of day 5, which will be the start of our next episode. Again, we're still on our level 2 cards. We have 2 unknowns. Don't know what it is. We would get 2 resources to go there. We get no resources to go for the second path. And we would have to pay 2 resources this one. So let's take a quick look at these. Of course, first path, we don't know what it is. The second path, we get 4 fuel. And we get a victory point for that. It's very simple. No zombies at all. We don't know what that card is, though. It could be pretty nasty. We do have a lot of ammunition. And the final path at the bottom, we'd have to pay 2 resources to take this path. We get an adrenaline, the executor. As long as you have the steering wheel token, treat hordes as regular zombies. Well, we don't have it. Doesn't give us any victory points. Here is also no victory points. We're in a church. You get 2 ammunition, 4 zombies to fight. Not exactly an appealing path, really. We have to pay 2 resources to get here. We only get 3 resources in return. So we get 1 resource, plus we have to fight 4 zombies. Probably not going to go that path. This is looking pretty good. But I don't know. I kind of like the unknown as well. We could just go out on a limb at the start of next episode and take the unknown path for day 5. And we're going to be doing next episode will be day 5, day 6. So we did pretty well this time, I think. We still have our leader, which is ourselves, plus 6 followers. I forget how many ammunition. I think we have about 13 ammunition. We have about 6 fuel, 7 or 8 adrenaline. So we're doing well there. And so one other thing about the scoring at the end of the game. Of course, you get victory points off the cards. You also get 1 victory point for every set of 1 survivor, 1 gas, 1 ammo, 1 adrenaline. So if we can end our 8-day trial or travels to Los Angeles, say with 7 survivors, if we had 7 gas, 7 ammunition, 7 adrenaline left, that would give us an extra 7 points at the end. So we'll see how that goes. Again, we're trying to get as many points as possible in the solitaire. So thanks so much for watching along. This is Hit Z Road. We're doing the solitaire playthrough. 2 more episodes left. We'll finish us off and we'll do a final scoring. So once again, thanks so much for your subscriptions, your comments, your likes. Very much appreciated. Join me next time for day 5 and 6 of our journey to Los Angeles with Hit Z Road.